To wish that things were better means that you have to make a real decision that despite all the flaws of existence, the suffering and the malevolence, that it's best not to become embittered by that and to work for the betterment of everyone. You, for sure. Your family, for sure. Your community, but perhaps even your enemies. You know, if you have any sense, you wish your enemies well. It doesn't mean you wish them victory. It doesn't mean you don't think they're wrong. None of that. It means that it would be better if the world was set up so that they didn't have to suffer miserably and futilely and evilly as well. That would be better. And so then you can aim at that. You know, and the best way to aim at that is, well, first of all, to aim at it, to actually sort yourself out and think, okay, well, if I could have things the way I wanted them to be, that's what I would want, right? And that takes a lot of psychological organization before you can state that without what would you say, without holding anything back, you know, because there's that part of you, that bitter part that wants vengeance and wants to wreak havoc. That's there. It's hard to constrain that. And then, well, the other part along with this, as well as aiming at the highest good that's attainable, let's say, is to also decide that you're going to speak the truth in that endeavor and to risk that, you know, and there's that. And because I think those are the things that help you orient yourself properly. That's the message on the Sermon on the Mount, by the way, which is aim at the highest good that you can conceive of and act and tell the truth in that pursuit, right? The other element there is to focus on the day once you've aligned yourself with the heavenly star, right? Aim high and then focus on the day. That's very good advice because it also imbues everything you do in your daily life with significance. So why am I doing this? To avoid hell. That's a good one. Let's start with that. It's like to avoid hell. And if you have any imagination at all, if you lived in the world at all, if you're not naive, you know what that means. It's not just the hell that you encounter, it's the hell that you foolishly produce around yourself and are then responsible for. That's a perfectly good sort of hell. So you want to avoid that for sure. And maybe you want to dare risking making things better. It's like that'll imbue your life with significance. And that significance, you know, one of the things I've learned, I would say, over the last 25 years is that there's always been a mythological idea or an idea in literature and philosophy that there was a shining path, you know, that you could walk down. And modern cynical people believe that sort of meaning, the meaning that would be obtained by walking on that path, is somehow illusory or arbitrary. And I don't think there's any evidence whatsoever that that's true. I think that sense of meaningful engagement that what is revealed to you when you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, that sense of deep engagement, that loss of self-consciousness, that feeling that things are worthwhile, that deep-seated feeling that things are worthwhile, that's the most real thing. I think the neurobiological evidence suggests that. I really do believe that. And so we're in a fortunate time in some sense because we can look at those old metaphorical ideas of the shining path, let's say, the golden path forward, and we can say, yeah, that's actually real. It's real. And that's something. And then that's so what's so cool about that, in my estimation, is that, and this is why 12 Rules for Life is actually an optimistic book, is like the darkness is real, but the light is stronger. It's like, wow, could that be true? Could that possibly be true? I think it's true. So that's a good thing to know, man, that might be true.
And